Scorpio, welcome to your 3-month overview. That is August, September, October. What's up? What's going on? Let's go over the board that I'm going to use for you and all 12 signs. That way we're all on the same page, yeah? So we're going to take a look at you for the month of August. 8, Strength. Okay. September, 9, the Hermit. October, 10, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah? And the bottom row are the elements that I like to look at the most when I do 3-month checks, such as the Sun. Are we on track with what makes us happy? Do we understand what makes us happy? Is our idea of happiness shifting, changing? Okay, are we living that? Are we loving it? Are we in tune with it? What's up? What's going on with that Sun? And then also, of course, the Tower. Anything unexpected, untowards, or things that are just shifting that we should know about, and it could be to our advantage, right? The more you know. We're going to start right here in August, right? So, what's up? What's going on? Show me Scorpio in August. Show me Scorpio in August. Like always. Take it resonates, leave it does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. Frustrating but normal. Check other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. I should mention we are joined today by a very intense thunderstorm. It seems to be winding down, but it is still very, very dark outside. So the shadows and things will be quite enhanced. And that's quite all right for Scorpios. We do love our shadows. What's going on? Show me Scorpio in August. Show me Scorpio in August. There we go. Lovely. The water and air signs are some of the first messages I'm doing post-surgery, and we are doing pretty well. Pretty well. 7 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. That is an unfortunate parting of ways. It's a little bit rough on the edges there. Hope everything's okay. But yeah, we got some roughness, I suppose, is to say the least, with somebody who, by all rights, we have a fondness with. It's kind of being, I keep going back to that word rough because that's the first thing that keeps coming to mind here in August for some of you. We got a rough handling here of a soul bond. Okay, we're a little on edge with it. It looks like we are temporarily disconnected from it until you know what to do with it. It looks like you might have kind of pushed someone away by late July, early August. And it is rough. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. It could be a temporary break, a straight up block. You know what? I don't know what to do with this right now. I will get back to it later. Now, the 6 of Cups is someone whom we've known a hot minute. Does not have to be someone romantic in nature. It could be. But do keep in mind we have shared memories with this person, a certain sense of emotional connectivity that's hard to define, but it's fluid in nature. Okay, very unique. That connection is. And 7 of Wands says, So it's looking like some stuff went down there with that 5 of Pentacles. What's going on? What happened? We're going to push that one a little further, but of course we are. What's going on, please? What else do we need to know about this? Nine of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, a grievance, fairly intense grievance. It's kind of like saying, literally, you have wounded me. There's a very strong sense that you have wounded me here. Et brute is coming to mind. Okay, so it feels like we got a little stabbed in the back here by someone whom we've known a long time. And I'm going to have to insist, you might be borderline thinking about permanently disconnecting from this. Okay. I don't know that you're convinced of that yet. As far as I can tell, this is a temporary block. Okay. Somebody has failed to meet expectations in reality because this is very physical, okay? It's not just some emotional, vague spiritual connection. Oh, this is what's going on energetically in the ether. No. This happened in 3D, and it's very recent, and there is a strong sense of betrayal here. It's based on experience. You're saying, I know what this is. You're saying you know what this is. Okay. You know what this is. And in the interest of protecting yourself, I see you distancing yourself from it. Whether or not this will be a full-time permanent break, I don't know, but the sense of betrayal is quite high. Again, when I see the Ten of Swords, it's no guarantee of an ending, nor the Five of Pentacles. I just know it's so very, very fresh. I don't think you're able to answer the question yet about whether or not this is a permanent separation between yourself and someone else, okay? Whomever they are to you. Starting off August, not so easy. But that is a heavy sense of betrayal, deeply hurt. Deeply, deeply hurt. It's almost like you're telling me I knew this was coming, but that doesn't make it any easier. And you're right. These kinds of things, even if you can sense them or feel them, it's like you knew you were going to be disappointed and you knew what you were going to have to do. You knew you were going to have to push this away. You knew it was going to hurt you. In some way, you just knew. I just think you were hoping it wouldn't. Okay. Because the betrayal and the disappointment is so very, very rich. And it's so very, very current. It's almost like you're telling me, I knew they were going to do this. Something like this. Did you want them to? No. But you just, gosh. It's so fresh though, honey. But I do agree with your decision in the interim to get some temporary distance from this. That should help. Okay. You need some perspective in and of your own right as an individual. Doesn't matter if you felt this betrayal coming. The point is you need to process where it is now. Okay? Try not to get lost in the past of it. Keep it present. Okay? That way you can better inform yourself about what to do with this later. Okay? But yes, I do agree with your decision. We do need to temporarily part ways with this, if nothing else, just to get a breather and to kind of see this and better assess it from a distance. All right? Whether or not it'll be a permanent distance, that's the question, at least for some of you. I am sorry about that. Okay? Oh, I know, honey, that kind of thing. Oh. Let's take a look at you in September, please. Show me Scorpio, please, in September. Show me Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, please, in September. I'm sure you have the back history here. I'm just kind of launching us into August and seeing what's going on. Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Three of Cups. You seem to be a little bit more back on form, okay? A little bit more comfortable in your head there, a little more determined to make solid decisions for yourself that are based on self-love, which is always a good thing. Nine of Cups and the Three of Cups. There's a very strong determination factor in here for you, making good decisions for you in a healthy way. Nine of Cups, this is very healthy concept of self-fulfillment, love of the self, wish fulfillment, and it's very relaxed, though, Three of Cups, so it's nothing too crazy. Basic interpretation there, I see you connecting with those people who want to celebrate you, okay? Not in huge ways, but in small, loving ways that celebrate you, and you can feel good about returning that particular energy, and you know it too, right? It's this kind of insistence upon lightness and loving yourself more, you know, seeing things clearly with the Queen of Swords, clearly seeing your connections and which ones are healthy for you, okay, and which ones, again, celebrates you. Let's push that September concept a little bit more. That's lovely. I said it's nothing crazy, you know, nothing crazy, but it feels good, and it feels a heck of a lot better compared to where you came from. What else, please? You seem to be feeling a lot better. The Knights of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. And here's some good, solid 3D anchoring that we always like to see, okay? Time has passed and your foundation largely remains intact. It largely remains fluid and still a source of inspiration to you to this day. So some of you are very, some of you are just all about your foundation, but it still feels good to you. I like that, the Scorpio I'm looking at. When you think about your connections and your resources and your career and your family and your sense of connectivity, it is rich indeed. And for those of you I'm looking at, you still have hope and optimism for it to this day. You still kind of get turned on by the world that you've created to this day. It still excites you. It still ignites you. It still gets you out the door in the morning. And I love that. I love that. So I see you still being very excited by your roots and everything that you have worked so hard to establish. This took time, as foundations typically do with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of perspective in here about where it's been and where it's going and how you're still excited about it. And that's cool. And then also who, again, celebrates you appropriately for all these things. Okay. There's some natural connectivity points in here that I like, that fit you. They're not too demanding. And again, they harken back to that concept of determined upon healthy connections. Okay. The ones that, again, celebrate you and love you, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's really deeply rooted into what's already in play. So these are not new connections. These are people that you know and you're connecting with, and frankly, it just feels good. Okay. I like this. This is nice. It's quite the turnaround from August. I like this. You kind of turned that on its head. That's beautiful. September looks great. It looks like a good month. Yeah, I like this. I really do. Nothing's too demanding here. I see congratulations and celebrations and job well done and hard work and all this other good stuff. So I love it. I love that. That is fantastic. That is beautiful. There you are, end of the day. Okay. All right, let's see October. Show me October. Show me October, please, for Scorpio. You do seem to be celebrated by the community. Maybe not like wildly so. You have to remember the foundation's fairly extensive. It's not just personal, career, and finances. It's your connectivity. Who you're connected to and why, what you give to and why, that kind of thing, and what gives back to you. Okay? So it may not be wild and over-the-top activity, but it kind of puts you in that good mood of, oh yeah, this is what it's all about, you know? Let's see Scorpio in October. Four of Swords, Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. Okay. Okay. You're feeling a lot more restful by October. Your energy's picking up. Whatever sadness, you've been working through it. That Four of Swords suggests when you can, you take rest, contemplation, healing, meditation, time to the self. And it helps you check in with you and regulate any sense of Four of Cups that you might be experiencing or have been experiencing since August. Okay, that sense of sadness, you've been working through it ever since that month, it looks like, but on your own time, quietly. It doesn't preoccupy you 100% of your time, all day, every day. That's not the point. The point is that I see you chipping away at the sadness here and there when you can. And you're working your way through it, and you're showing me a King of Wands. You're saying you feel better, a lot better by October. Okay, really focusing on what counts in your life, right? And then knowing that whatever sadness preoccupied you over here, you're saying that's not the end-all be-all to my existence. No, that's something that we work on, we put to rest, we think about it, we tinker with it, and then when we come out the other side of that meditation or healing or quiet time, we feel a lot better with that King of Wands. Let's push that concept further. Let's do one more. Page of Pentacles, Strength, the Chariot. Yeah, look at your focus. Your focus for October is fantastic. I don't quite know the direction you're headed in, but you seem to, and that's all that matters. It looks like, upon further rest, feeling good and understanding and checking in with yourself that you're feeling better ever since this. You're like, now's the time. Page of Pentacles, now's the time. It's a small investment, but apparently it's going to take you places. You're taking strength to do this, as well as the Chariot. So that is a lot of determination to move forward in one particular direction. I'm going to go ahead and be a nosy Nelly and check on that just a little bit more. I want to push that. I'm glad that you're feeling better, and I'm glad that you've given yourself that time to rest and give yourself insight about some things that are just inevitable. Okay, upsets in this life, sense of betrayals and being hurt by others. This is inevitable, right? But we don't want to make that our whole world, because then we have nothing else to look forward to, and never mind appreciate what we have. So I know you didn't stay there. Good for you. You got yourself out of that, space, okay? I know it was a specific connection that prompted it, and I still see it kind of pending or pushed off. It doesn't look like it's been reconnected. So you kind of redirecting your energy into more positive space, good for you. I do want to see, however, where you're kind of headed. I'm going to push that just a little bit more. What is this, please? Can we get an idea? You're looking good, you're looking bold, you're looking vibrant, but like a calm vibrant, which is really cool. I like that. That's a good energy to have. I knew I was going to see the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You're like, it's just a page. It's just a page. Don't worry about it. It's just a page. Oh, the Tower, the Fool. You're free to move about the cabin, as I like to say. Oh, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. It's going to come through. You're on your way out. But it's into something that you're trying to downsize it to me like it's no big deal. It's just a Page of Pentacles. And then my first thought there, being the kind of suspicious Scorpio I am, then why did you need strength and chariot to do it? So, because that's a lot of will, of volition, self-propelled energy, a lot. I'm determined to move forward in that direction. Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, the Fool. It's kind of like you're saying you thought this day would never come, but here it is. You're just, what do they say in Rip It, Let It Rip? I love that show. What is that, The Bear? That's a great show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Fantastic. I've seen every single episode. Love it. Let It Rip, something like that. So it's like you thought the day would never come where you could take this offer seriously, and you're like, now it's here. So something about you in October suggests that no matter how small you make it, that's not the point. Start somewhere. You're in a good space. And with that kind of just sheer nerve and determination and dedication, no matter how small, get it going. Get it going. I know you thought you could never do this, or that the time would never come, but the day is here, or it will be in October. So Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, the Fool. It's kind of like a Ace of Pentacles you never thought you could take seriously, or was never going to happen. The Tower here is happy to prove you wrong, so you have to point this out to people all the time. The Tower isn't just about bad. All towers are good for us, even if they come crashing in the worst possible ways, because they lend us to the opposite of what it is that needs to be true, for us to be better. And sometimes they're just happy towers. See, you thought that Ace of Pentacles would never happen. Here you go. You're just going to get it started, and it's going to feel so good and, frankly, liberating. Liberating October. Okay? I can't help but wonder, honey, what happened to this connection back here? Maybe that's something that you can sort out another day. Perhaps it does not take your priority here for late summer to early fall. Okay, and for those of you who live in the opposite hemisphere, it just doesn't take priority August, September, October. Okay? And that's all right. Maybe this is something that we'll get back to. Who knows? Soul bonds have a way of reappearing in our lives when they need to, when they're meant to. Okay? I still see it, though. I have to insist upon this. As egregious as that looks, and I know it looks egregious, I still see it as your personal pain, not necessarily a guarantee of ending. I have to insist this is still what feels like a temporary barrier, but perhaps you just don't know what to do with it yet. Okay, that connection specifically. All right, let's jump on down there to the Sun. Show me, Scorpio. And their Sun. I like how you self-regulate over here. You really get back in touch with what matters. It puts you in a good position of self-regulation. Again, not being dedicated or mired to the past or in love with the past. Okay, moving it forward. Moving it forward. Let's see that Sun. Show me Scorpio under the Sun, please. Show me Scorpio under the Sun. Show me Scorpio under the Sun. Oh, my hair's an absolute mess today. It's not having it with all this humidity. Such is life. All right. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Ah, the King of Cups. There you are. Yeah, okay. You're gonna stop refraining from what you understand the Sun to be. I think I'm looking at a Scorpio that deep down inside you've known for a long time what it is that will make you happy. And I'm not leaning towards love. I'm leaning towards an opportunity here that means a lot to you. No. This is Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups as it's relating back to what I'm seeing here in October. When you kind of self-regulate, you get quiet, you get calm, you get steady. Your King of Wands comes out. It's kind of like saying, I know what will make me happy. I'm going to give myself permission to move on this particular element. I never thought I would. I think you're relinquishing this sense of control, this idea of this will never be for me, or I can never do this. You know? And that is a form of control. You know? This idea of I can't have this. It's a way, that form of control, self-control like that is really kind of just another form of self-sabotage. The more we convince ourselves, I can't have this form of happiness. I've thought about it, but I won't actually believe it. It is a form of self-sabotage. When you relinquish that, you kind of remember who you are with the King of Cups, and it feels so much better. Okay? It's going to feel so much better by October. Over here, you're already doing fantastic in September, but then it gets personal. A goal, an objective. That it seems like for the first time in a long time, you're taking it seriously, and you're just now starting to get in touch with your sun for it. And then when we let go of that unhappiness with the Four of Cups that I saw you working through back here, your natural element comes out. Controlling your emotions so they don't control you. Okay? What else, please? I think, that was okay. Thank you, Spirit, for that. We've always really downsized Page of Swords, our dreams. Never gave them too much thought or weight. That's all the Page of Swords can do. That's why he's associated with spying, is because he can't do much more than observe. But I tell you, he does more than observe. It's kind of the saying, helplessness. There's nothing I can do. I have a strong desire, but I won't allow myself to see it or act towards it. Again, even though it feels like self-preservation, don't get your hopes up, don't get your dreams up, it's really just another fancy form of self-sabotage. So when we stop doing this, you really start to work through it. You've already achieved a lot. Hey, what about that personal goal? Is that beyond our realm of possibilities here? I don't think so. It's very much within the realm of possibilities. We just got to stop tricking ourselves into thinking that it's impossible. Start small. You'll be blown away sooner rather than later. But yes. What else, please? There's the sun. Sun's out. Yeah, Three of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I know. It took you a long time to discover your sun here. That's probably why you withheld. Maybe it didn't make sense to you fully. Well, you didn't think about it too much. But it's been a long time coming, whatever this is. There's that sense of sadness. But I wish I had discovered my sun or taken it more seriously. Taken myself more seriously. Understanding that I could have faith in me and whatever this is. You're not an empty-handed Scorpio. You clearly have roots, viability, connections, as well as foundation. Okay. Perhaps it took you getting back in touch with it for you to understand what it is you could do. Okay. But yeah, no, it took you a long time to get here. And as you open up towards the sun, your sense of fear of rejection here with the Three of Swords has shifted so very much. You know? In other words, you don't feel the same about that particular goal. You feel like it's within your grasp now. Okay. So, we are developing our sense of sound, or really, I suppose I should say, allowing ourselves to feel it for what it always was. The happiness that was always there. Let's see that tower. Show me Scorpio, please, in that tower. Anything unexpected we should know about? Show me that tower, please. I already saw one tower, and that was very much a happy tower. Anything else in here, please? Temperance, Devil, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. We kind of always assumed that Nine of Pentacles, going back over here to this thing that feels like it hurts you, betrayed you. I was wondering what you were going to do with that, because we kind of just left it hanging there, right? like a, I don't know, a broken nail. Instead of pulling it off or cutting it off, we just kind of left it hanging there. It's like, well, where's that going to go? And the Tower suggests Temperance, the Devil, Nine of Pentacles, that you personally might have been convinced you would never get over this, that you would never forgive it, and that you would never heal it. It turns out this is not true. You will learn how to personally navigate whatever this betrayal is in time. It's going to take time, though, literally. Temperance, time, patience. You will find a way to heal from this in time. I know you're convinced that you wouldn't. That doesn't mean that you're forgiving the other person or the situation. It's more like learning to heal within what happened. Whether or not that extends outside of you, I don't know. It's enough to begin with the self, as all things must do. Everything's begin with the self. So with the Tower here, it suggests you thought you would never be able to heal that, or find you, personally, you, have peace with this betrayal, whatever this is. You might be surprised. You will find peace with that particular subject, but it will take a minute. Okay? If you're the Scorpio I'm looking at, you don't like pledging your life to the past, which is what a lot of underdeveloped Scorpios will do. They will forsake their present and, of course, their future on insisting on nursing old wounds that will never go away, because that's a straight-up refusal to do the work. So they forsake themselves, their other connections, and other opportunities for lingering over a stagnant pool of water that's now gross and filthy. You know what I mean? So while at this time, at the beginning of the reading, August, it might seem like you will never get over this. It will hurt indefinitely, and you will never forgive it, possibly yourself. This will not stay. It's just not true. I've seen the Scorpio you are. You have too much credibility for what you have in present day to forsake yourself that much for the future. I've met lots of underdeveloped and developed Scorpios. All signs have underdeveloped and developed versions of themselves. Okay, that's the pros and cons we're talking about. The more underdeveloped you are, the more you lean in to the cons. The more developed you are, the more you lean into your pros. That's it. It's really not rocket science. It's super easy. What part of your nature are you going to allow to win? Your dark, your light? We have to have both. We have to. We have to. It's knowing when and how to navigate those sides of us that allow us to advance or stay stuck in the past. Scorpio, I'm looking at, you're not a big fan of that. In fact, September tells me what you've done already in this life to achieve, and what it is you are now willing to shift and do for yourself, for your future. And for the first time, you can honestly say you're working towards the sun in a way that feels happy, relaxed, and natural to you. Because you realize being stuck in unhappiness takes you nowhere. So that Tower and that anti-energy, this will never happen. It doesn't suit. It just doesn't suit. You will find peace with this betrayal. Just at another time. All that to say. Okay, time to wrap this up. But first, anything else, please? I'll never forgive, I'll never forget it. I'll never get over it. I think you're too smart for that. Okay. Not that I'm trying to minimize what happened here, but someone who is successful and achieves life's goals, they don't think like that. I think this is more of a spiritual belief you had, that spiritually you'll never get over this, or you'll never personally be able to heal from it. It's just not true. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, the Six of Swords. In reflection with that King of Wands back here, you're going to arrive to a simple conclusion. You having moved away from this was best. And it will actually be the simplest thing. It was best. It was best. Isn't that a beautiful summary over something so difficult? Something so difficult, so tragic, so painful. Your tower suggests you actually do heal from this and make peace with it on your terms in your own way. And your natural conclusion is, it was best I parted ways from this. It's so simple. All things happen for a reason, this kind of thing. And if I had not parted ways from it, perhaps I may not have put more into myself. There is another energy here that I'm sure once upon a time you did have a frequency with. Perhaps it was passionate based, I don't know. But I've already seen the King of Wands in you. And there's someone else you had to leave behind, and it's like, I couldn't have seen it any other way now. It was for the best. You can't put a price on that kind of peace. It knocks us into Empress status. Okay. Let's get some oracles. Making a choice. 30. Seen that a couple of ways to separate from this. To move on to a particular goal, even though you kind of downsized it and didn't take it too seriously. Those are all choices in there. Details, details, details. Number 43. The Wishing Well. Number 48. The Wizard of Awareness. Okay. Okay. Wishing Well. See, I had a feeling about that. Over here, it's like if I had known then what I know now, I might have... It's something about the details. You're learning more about whatever this goal is in October and how actually manageable it is if you just start small. Whereas before you might have dismissed it, and therefore dismissed your son. That's why I'm saying a long-standing ache between you and your sense of happiness. It's because when you put this off, you put yourself off in many ways. But it's kind of like saying, you know what, with some details and some simple decision-making, being aware of my manifestation, what I'm wishing for, a lot of elements are falling into place for you. I don't know if this one... Slow and steady. Number 12. Okay. Really simple today, guys. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this is just best left behind. I don't see you picking up that particular thread again. It comes across as a temporary block, but now I'm just seeing you peacefully leave it behind. Okay. All right. In summer. As I was focusing on that. Anything else, please? Next May might be important. Last May might have been, but upcoming May might be important as well. Okay. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.